This is a brand new model for us, Kevin. It's called the Millennia LP. It replaces a model that we call the Millennia 20 Hybrid. There was actually a box behind this portion and it was installed inside the wall. This is all there is. This box is laying on top of the wall. So this is a low profile on-wall speaker. With today's aesthetics, the TVs are getting lower and lower profile, closer to the wall. And a speaker that matches that aesthetic is real key in a lot of people's homes. So you use this as a left, center, right configuration, obviously, and it's the addition to this lifestyle line. This is the Millennia line in general. We just won a design award for this woofer. That's was released last year. That's a wireless capable vibration canceling sub. There's identical drivers on both ends of this extruded aluminum cabinet.
Can you explain the shape?
The shape, we wanted it to be able to hide behind a couch, under a furniture, hang it on a wall, for instance, or it can sit in a cradle like it's doing here. So it can sit freestanding on a floor, but you can lay it down. There's feet that you can screw in here, and you can lay it down and slide it under a couch if you want to. So this is an outgrowth of technology from what we call our RVC12 in-wall subwoofer. It's a vibration canceling design. These two identical drivers push together, and the mechanical because they're horizontally opposed, like a boxer engine, it cancels the vibration. So you can put this under a couch. The only vibration you're going to feel is the bass coming out of it, not the cabinet shaking.
So it kind of dates me, but when I was a teenager, I had a 1978 Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
And in the back, I was a huge audio nut. In the back, I could only put 4x10s,
right,
speakers, and they had this kind of long design, and it was always you deprived sound quality because you didn't have a circular speaker. How do you work around that on this?
It's not the shape of the speaker, it's the surface area. And so this is the equivalent in surface area. I think these drivers the equivalent of an 8, I think. But because of this, now notice this surround, right? This is that non-limiting corrugated surround. We're getting much more excursion than we would normally get. So I believe the equivalent, the combined, by the way, surface area is of an 8. I believe with the excursion, we're getting the amount of air that you would get out of a 12.
So there's nothing to do with, I guess I had a fallacy about
the
speakers being round allowed for.
It's just the circle is the most amount of surface area you can. I mean, square would be bigger still, but that's impossible to build. But so it's really just the surface area that you're moving, not the shape.
And are these are $13.99, and they're shipping now?
Oh yeah, these have been out for a year. Yeah, and these came out together. The Millennia 1 satellites, again, studio components. Been a great successful product launch. So this is our whole reference lifestyle product here.
Now these don't have that little PBK option.
Oh yeah, they all do.
Oh, they do?
Oh yes, sir.
So it's a little.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, there it is. Regular USB.
No, that's a mini USB.
Great.
This we released a year ago. Very low production design. It's a very hard speaker to build. This is the Sub 2 and the Sub 1. These are the most powerful subs in the world. This one in particular is the most powerful sub in the world. 4,500 watts RMS. And 6 drivers. I can show you on this. The grills don't come off on this. We couldn't get UL approval if the grills came off. That's how powerful and how hard those drivers were. So here you have those non-limiting corrugated surrounds again. These are 8s, those are 10s. And there's 2 speakers, 2 speakers, and 2 speakers. And this opposed driver configuration, again, cancels vibration. The sound, that thing goes down to, I want to say, 5 cycles per second. This goes down to, I think, 12. Very small for the amount of output, and this has more output and less distortion than any sub on the market. It's an amazing sound. These may be the ones you need to play with.
And these have PBK too?
Of course. Oh yeah.
You got me all hooked on this PBK thing.
Yeah. It's really.
So if you're one of our home theater forum people are coming in, we went over the entry level lines up on the speakers. Obviously, when you spend more, it sounds better. But is there anything you could like qualify on the Signature Series speakers in terms of like adjectives that?
I hate the silky and all that stuff, but this is the Signature. This is our top of the line. This is the expression of the best that our engineers can do. The best drivers, the best crossovers, the most beautiful cabinetry. This is a beryllium tweeter, a pure beryllium tweeter, and beryllium is known for its stiffness and its lightness, which are two things you want in a tweeter. You can look at the graphs and the breakup modes. Beryllium behaves better than other materials. There's a number of companies that are using diamond, for instance. Diamond has non-linearities that you don't want compared to beryllium. This is flat out to around 49,000 cycles, and you may say, well, I can, on a good day, I can only hear up to 20. Why do I need something that goes out to 50? But it's been proven that if you have linearity beyond what the human ear can hear, that it decreases phase shift and distortion within the hearing range, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if you just go up to 20 and stop, it won't be as linear and as low distortion if you can go out to 50K and stop. Because there are overtones and harmonics beyond that are in music beyond what we can hear as well. But it's really more about just being linear, at least an octave above what we can hear, so that what we can hear is more linear as well. So the beryllium tweeter is a big thing. The cobalt aluminum cone is a proprietary design of ours. Again, the cobalt adds stiffness to the aluminum without adding weight. And then we're using our copolymer polypropylene woofers with the corrugated non-limiting surrounds. Tremendous amount of output out of this speaker for its size. And the overall sound is you can play these things really loud and they don't hurt. They sound smooth, they sound sweet, and I'm getting into the adjectives, but that's how I would characterize it. I have a number of our speakers come through my listening rooms, and every time I bring Signature in, it's just like everybody that I have over to the house, my girlfriend who loves music and she loves to listen to it loud, I'm lucky that way, we all remark, oh, it's just effortless sounding. It's just, there's no distortion, and it's interesting to be able to hear music loud without any pain and without any distortion. And that's what Signature gets you.
Right.
Yeah. That's the Signature line. Here's the studio line, which is, for many people, Kevin, a sweet spot between, not having the money to spend on the most expensive stuff, and then, but wanting something better than the Monitor series. So here you get into real wood veneer cabinets and beautiful aesthetics, and then drivers that are maximized for performance. Again, better than Monitor, not quite as good as Signature. So this is a good sweet spot for a lot of people.
Well, great, Rob. Thanks for your time.
You're very welcome.
It was nice hooking up with you again.
If I could point out one thing, because I know you're running out of battery and running out of time, but there is this wall of in-ceiling and in-wall speakers. And not everybody has the ability to put box speakers throughout their listening room. Many times they don't have the ability to put any box speakers in their listening room. And we have spent years maximizing the match between our box products and our in-wall and in-ceiling products. So if you have, say, Studio 60s for your fronts, we have the ceiling versions of that, or the in-wall versions of that. Where are they?
So the drivers match up.
The drivers match, they're timbre matched. So you can put rears in the ceiling and have an exact timbre match.
So if you want to do Neo, you could Neo 7. If you want to do DTS Neo,
Oh, okay, yeah.
you could put
Absolutely.
put stuff in the ceiling.
Oh,
to
sure.
help.
Yeah. And we have in-wall dipole surrounds that match the Studio and Signature series. So I mean, here's a series of product which we call our R30 series. As you can see, they tilt the driver inside at a 30-degree angle, which throws the sound out into the listening room. Outdoor speakers, rocks. So you can outfit your home from one end to the other, inside and out, with Paradigm, and have consistent sound throughout the house.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to come in and
Please
listen.
do.
I want to
Yeah.
hear the 9624.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, thanks, Rob.
You bet.